Hello, welcome to Court Farm Chickens, and today we're going to be talking about what to look for when you are purchasing your first chickens.
Okay, so here we have an adult hen. So this is a fully grown laying hen. This isn't a point of lay hen. This is a laying hen. We'll have a look at the other video on the difference between a pullet and a point of lay hen. And we'll go into further detail on that. So this is just the health check on what to look for when you're buying a hen to make sure you're not buying any diseased animals. So first off, the most noticeable on the head is the wattle and the comb. Now, because this is a fully grown bird, this is prominent, and it could be mistaken for a cockerel, but this is a female. Generally, when you're buying hens, this will be smaller because the bird will be younger. So don't worry if this is a lot smaller. It generally will be, but this is where you can tell the age as well on hen. But what you're looking for is that it's the colour, really. Now, the colour does vary between species. You can get red or black or a pink, but the pink should be a strong pink. If this is pale or like flesh coloured, like the cheeks, you should notice a distinct difference. If it's all the one colour and quite white looking, then you're looking at potentially the bird is anemic, which means it could have red mites in the coop or another kind of blood disorder. Also, if they do have the comb, even whatever size it is, you want it completely upright. If it's flopped over like this and anemic, that also shows health problems within the birds. Same as if it's shriveled up and hard or black in colour, and it shouldn't be black, then that could potentially show that there is quite a serious heart condition with the bird. While we're looking at the face, you want to be checking the beak to make sure that the underbeak fits nicely inside, and you do get a condition called cross bill, which is where it's off angle, so the bottom jaw doesn't match up to the top. This happens when they hatch, and is a birth defect. There's nothing you can do about it, but it does mean the bird struggles to feed, and it's very noticeable. On the eyes, the colour of chicken's eyes does vary from breed to breed. So this one has got yellow eyes, but what you're looking for there is nice and clear, no milkiness and no bubbling in the eye. If there's bubbles, it almost looks like a froth coming out the eye here, then that is a sign of respiratory infection. There are lots and lots of different respiratory infections. They all exhibit the same symptoms. So it might not be anything serious. Chickens can get colds in the winter, and it could just be that, but that's also a sign of mycoplasma, which is much more serious. On respiratory infections as well, if there's any discharge coming from the beak or the nose, or the chicken is sneezing a lot. Chickens do sneeze, it's how they clear their airways, and if they've been kept in sawdust rather than hay, they will sneeze. But if it is prolific sneezing, that is also a sign of a respiratory infection. In terms of feathering, looking for mites, just part the feathers around like the shoulder. You can see in here, nice clean skin, no evidence, almost like checking your child for head lice, no evidence of like bug feces or mite casings, that kind of thing, or scratching where the bird's been itching itself, as well as another sign of mites or lice. On the feet, I mean, chickens do scratch around, their feet might be dirty, but what you're looking for is that there's no like big hard swellings or big lumps. Underneath, they get a condition called bumblefoot, which almost looks like a child's verruca, is the easiest way to describe it. So you want to check there's nothing like that. So almost like little dinosaur feet, no cut separations, that kind of thing, and all claws on all toes. Sometimes chickens do pull the claws and they don't grow back. If it's completely healed, this isn't necessarily a problem, but it can lead to infection. So you want to make sure that all the claws are healthy. In terms of feathering, you don't want any bald patches on the bird. it might mean more poor health. It might mean they've been kept in poor conditions, or the bird is molting. If the bird is molting, then it's older than you're being told as well. The only other main one is the vent, which is the opening on the chicken. This is where they do all their business and all their egg laying. Just see it in there, nice and clean, like a mouth. Really, you don't want any swelling, discharge or anything around that. Yeah, sometimes you do get feces in the feathers. It's not a real problem, it can be cleaned up, but that is what you're looking for, a nice clean vent opening there. So what we have here is a perfect example of a healthy bird. Anything outside of that, if it's serious enough, it is a warrant for concern, and you probably should leave that bird. Also, with buying any bird, you should quarantine them for 2 weeks before putting them in with your coop, just in case there are unforeseen problems. I hope this has been helpful. We've been Court Farm Chickens, and we'll see you on the next one.